Hello everyone and welcome back to our video tutorials. Today we're going to be discussing what I'll refer to as store options. Okay, now under store options there's a lot of different things this deals with, and I want to kind of list them right now so you know before you get too far into this video what we'll be talking about. We're going to be talking about how to modify certain product displays. We're going to be talking about inventory settings. We're going to be talking about admin notifications when it comes to orders being placed on your site. We're going to be talking about allowing guest registration or guest checkouts rather, so that customers do not have to register when they purchase, and a whole lot of other things, but those are the main ones. And so just kind of wanted to give you a list so you understand what we're going to be dealing with in this video. Okay, so let's dive into it. Of course, you want to log in, and after you've logged in you want to click on My Settings and then go into Store Options. Okay, now under here there's several sections. We've got the product display options, which I talked about, product ratings, customer login options, checkout options, inventory options, and sales rep information. Okay, so there's even a more exhaustive list for you. And we're going to start at the top here. So when people are on your site, when dealing with product display options, and they're looking at your products in your categories, they're going to be able to see your products in a few different ways. In fact, I'm going to click on View Site. Now, understand this is a demo site, so this demo site's not going to look real great. People play around with it, so there might be some weird products or no products at all. But I'm going to find some here real quick, and if I can't find them on this site, I'll go to another site. Okay, here's a couple products. Okay, so notice in this site we've got 2 products across, and we're showing 5 items per page. In this case there's only 4, and we're sorting them A to Z. Now these are the defaults that this site is giving me, right? Now if I go back here, I can change these defaults by simply updating these drop downs and saying, okay, instead of 5 I want 10 or 25 or all products per page to display, and instead of 2 products per row I want 3, and instead of sorting A to Z I want to sort Z to A, or price low to high, or shipping time, or so on. And then you also have these checkboxes which allow your users on this page, let me scoot this over for you, to make changes to that right here. So if these checkboxes were unchecked, these would start to go away, and the user, the customer on your site, wouldn't be able to make these changes. So let's say if this were set to 3 and I click Save, that'd be the same thing as if this one were changed to 3. Now I got 3 across instead of 2. Okay? If I wanted to show more per page, I could do that. This page only has 5 or 4, so it's not going to really be affected. But let's say we go Z to A sorting. Now they've switched sort order. Okay, so that's what the product display options section does. Okay, the next thing we have is product ratings, and that's whether you want to allow people to rate products, write reviews about products on your site. Yes or no. Pretty simple. The next thing, and I'm going to be going through these quick, so try and keep up. If not, be sure to pause or slow it down to digest what I'm talking about here. The next thing we have is whether or not you want to display an email for quote button instead of add to cart. Now you'll notice on this site that you've got add to cart buttons, okay? But let's say you didn't want people to buy that product. You wanted them to request a quote instead. Then you could say always or based on product and what email you want that quote request to go to. Okay, now if you say always, all products are going to have email for quote instead of this add to cart button. If you say based on product, then in your products you can literally specify whether or not you want this email for quote button instead. Okay, you can hide site subcategory pages. That means that even if you've got subcategories in your main categories, it will not display them. It'll just show you all the products in the main categories instead. That's one that's not used very often but has been requested, so we added that as a feature quite some time ago. Now some of these are more important down here. For example, allow guest checkout. If you say yes, what that means is your customers on your site will not have to register for an account when they want to buy something off your site. Okay, so that's kind of a nice feature. Now it doesn't mean that you don't give them the option to, it just means they don't have to. And that's a nice thing for some people that are particular about giving out their information. And now allow new registrations. If you say no, people aren't going to be able to register. So that's one way you could say only allow guest checkout would be say yes here and no here, for example. Do you want to password protect your entire site? Sometimes maybe you've got sensitive information on your site and you don't want people to get there unless they know a password. So you can say yes, and then that would require that they create an account and log in before they can access any of the pages on your site. When new accounts are signed up, do you want to be notified? If you do, you can put in your email here. After they log in, what page do you want to take them to? Most of the time people take them to the product category page or this My Account page, but it's up to you. There's a couple options there. And you want to enable secure login. This is usually a no because our system already handles that for you. But if you wanted to have your own secure certificate on the site, you could purchase one and we could help you get that set up. But for the most part, you don't need to worry about it because we offer the secure certificate for you so that everything is already secure and there's really no need for you to spare that extra expense. But it is there just in case. And then this section, the checkout options, this talks about when an email is sent out, when someone places an order on your site and an order notification is sent out, then an email is also sent to you as the administrator if you type in your email here, so that you're notified that an email has been placed, and then it shows that order notification coming from whatever email address is put in here. Again, you can type whatever you want there. So that may be support@yourdomain.com or whatever you want. Now there's also enable save shopping cart, which would allow people to add items to their cart and save the cart to come back and check out later. This hides or displays payment details on the order receipt, depending on whether you want that or not. Now our system is automatically going to kind of X out any important information, but this would actually hide all of it just in case you want to be extra secure. Do people have to register before adding items to the cart? Yes or no. That kind of goes hand in hand with the allow guest checkout. If you say yes here and yes here, then of course they'll have the option to just check out as a guest and still not register. So it's a few different ways around this. What kind of store currency do you want to have on your site? And whether or not you want to show your supplier's SKU numbers on the order receipt, which again is usually no. Okay, the next thing is inventory options, and this allows you to turn inventory on or show it on your site. If you're ever getting low on inventory, you can say that you want to have a low inventory notice emailed out to you. So if you say always, then at what inventory level, maybe when you have 10 left, do you want the email notice to go to? And then of course you'd put your email right here. Or you can do that based on product. If you say never, it won't worry about it. And then do you want to allow orders without inventory? Basically, if you've run out of inventory, do you still want people to be able to purchase, or kind of basically that's the same thing as putting items on back order. Now a lot of sites don't deal with inventory, and that's fine, and if you don't, then just say no and everything else will be non-existent. But they are here, okay? Just we want you to know that there are a lot of options here. Whether you use them or not, they're available to you, and as your business and site gets more complex, this system can deal with those complexities as your needs start to change, if they do. The last thing is the sales rep information, and this is basically when somebody logs into their account, the My Account page, they're going to see a section that specifies a sales rep, and what do you want them to see there? Okay, and this is where you would type in that information, the first name, the last name, and so on. And once you've filled out that information and any billing address information, then you can just click Save. You don't have to fill these out again, it's just optional. Click Save, and once you've clicked Save, then it'll let you know that your changes have been saved. You can go on your site and just verify that you've got all your settings the way you want them. So again, under My Settings, Store Options is where we were. We've talked about a lot of different things here. So be sure to rewatch this video if we've gone too fast on any items. And then if you have any further questions about any of these things, be sure to come to the Support tab, ask us a question, or email your customer support representative directly to get clarification on anything or for additional help. Hope that gives you some ideas on some of the other features that are available to you if you need them, and hope you all have a great day. Thanks for watching.